Hello, my name is Mason Calloway, and I'm here to do my self-assessment project. Um, Here's the title screen. Here's a couple pictures. Here's my furry little dog, prom, and when I was in JROTC. So background. So I was born on July 7th of 1998. I was actually born in Boone, North Carolina, but I've lived in Ashe County, which is roughly 45 minutes from Boone, my entire life. I'm the oldest sibling, the first to go to a university. My major is nutrition and dietetics, and the overall goal is to become a registered dietitian. And another little fun fact about me is I was an overweight child and started to get healthier around my junior year of high school. Okay, so for my true color test, the test that I got was purple. It stated that I often have a plan or plan ahead, do well in jobs that are straightforward without any outside conflict, enjoy being the best at what I do, and believe that there is a right way of doing everything. Enjoy having others rely on me, dependable, and people look up to me, and rarely do anything that is unplanned or unpredictable. In some ways I agree with this, but in some ways I can't say that I do. I actually handle stress very well, and typically jobs that are not straightforward I handle pretty well as well. I find a way around things, and conflict usually is not a problem to me. I do enjoy, as a fact, having others rely on me, and I'm fairly dependable, I believe, and people often look up to me. I enjoy being the best at what I do, but I also like to stay humble, or believe I am humble. I don't try to get cocky, and I often do not have a plan. I just can wing it sometimes, which can be a really bad thing. So some jobs and past work that I've done. Was once my first ever actual job. I was a pizza boy, or I guess you could call it a rollout boy. So basically, I rolled out the dough, ensured that we had it the next day, made the pizzas, cleaned the place, basically did everything there. So it was a good time. My microwave just went off, so ignore that. The other job that I had, the second job, and the most important to me and my favorite is I was a seasonal worker at a state park. For this job, I worked 7 days on, 2 days off for rest all summer long. The main job was to make sure that the park was basically kept up, maintenance. I would do a bunch of weed eating, mowing, building. I had to build a canoe rack. So basically maintenance and a few things like that. I worked on fixing machinery, building various structures, and I also did a lot of teaching programs to some of the younger children, especially in the river, and learning how to conserve our natural habitat and resources and things like that. Solar energy, nature walks, fly fishing, a bunch of different things. And another little fun fact about me, it's not necessarily a job, but I was a JROTC student for about 4 years in high school, all 8 semesters. Gave me an opportunity to step up to a leadership role and take a stand to lead and guide others. Did a lot of military funerals, firing parties, community service work, so it was a really good opportunity, and I suggest that everyone take that opportunity if given the chance. So basically how others perceive me through my eyes, I suppose. Some of the ways that people have often described me would be caring, kind. I can sometimes be sympathetic, I believe. No, I am definitely hardworking and straightforward and determined. I agree with those last few. I can be kind and caring at times. It just depends. I am determined if I have a set goal in mind that I want to accomplish. There are very few things that will stop me often. And like I stated before, I'm good with conflict. I'm straightforward with most answers and things. I won't beat around the bush or try to not go head on to something. If there's a problem, I'll usually approach it head on and try to hit it on the head of the. I don't know what I'm saying. Leadership style. I have many different types of leadership style that I've adapted over the years. I used to be more of a quiet leader, and I used to sit back, but now I've become more upfront. What I have now describes the me now versus the previous sit back kind of quiet leadership that I had. Mostly was when I was in my first couple years of JROTC. I was more sit back, watch and observe, and just make comments, I guess, from the sideline. I wasn't as hands-on or upfront. Now it's a little bit different. I've become much more assertive, directly I'm more direct and forward. I take things into my own hands and often will lead by example by doing it hands-on and upfront and like explaining to people. This definitely plays a good role in a lot of things that I do. Projects, oftentimes, will take it into my own hands, try to get it done, try to show people how to do specific things. I do a lot of Olympic weightlifting, so oftentimes I'll be hands-on with the person, showing them the position to get into, how close to keep the bar path, different snatch grips, different things like that. So my plan, so my short-term goal is to get through the rest of the semester and make good grades. This is actually my sophomore year, so 2 more years left, then 2 more years to get my master's. Work over the summer at my seasonal state park job, make enough money to last me a while, get another job when I come back to college, so I can pay for my apartment for next year, and repeat that process through the end of my college career. A long-term goal would be to finish out my master's degree and settle down on the outskirts of a city. I don't particularly want to live inside of a city, as I'm not much of a city person, but I enjoy the occasional visit, and I like the quiet. After that, I continue to work and establish myself as a registered dietitian and work in a hospital, helping others to overcome their fears and improve their health and overall lifestyle. Weaknesses and strength. I have a strong leadership sense in taking control and leading from the front, oftentimes by example. But sometimes I have a weakness in not being organized and keeping everything together. I definitely need to work on my organization skills and making sure that I have a plan, I have it all organized and set and ready for the next day, and I don't just have to pull it all together out of the blue. So basically the conclusion was, while there are many things I have to work on, I can say with clarity that I am determined and have a set goal in mind and will achieve it through hard work and determination. I believe I'm a good leader and will work towards my goals and pursue them with an open mind and warm heart to the great people around me. I very much enjoyed this class this semester. This is my first online college class. Overall, I probably should have kept on better with some of the replies and responses and stuff like that. So that plays into the being organized and making sure I'm on task. But overall, I've enjoyed it. Thanks.